Welcome back to the Blue White Tailgate Show. Andrew Kliss is stepping in for Steve Jones with Coach Jay Paterno. And, Coach, we're going inside the film room with Jay Paterno right here. It's early September, which means we're back to school and we're doing some chalk talk with geometry. I was never a big fan of geometry. I hated the proofs my entire sophomore year, but you actually bring it into the football field.
Well, you know, it's one of those things you sit in high school classes and you say, will I ever use this again? And geometry was one of those things for me. In 2008, we were going over some things and reformulating some things we were doing in the pass game, and I found myself using the Pythagorean theorem to design some of our pass plays, and because spacing is so important. And anytime you make a play, it's like building a home. You got to make sure the spacing is the way it should be. So we'll take you to the first diagram of one of the plays that we used that year.
Bring that up, right? We're out at Northwestern, right? Darryl Clark is the quarterback.
Absolutely.
And he's throwing an out route here to Graham Zug as we get to that diagram right here on the monitor.
Okay, now, one of the things we wanted to do here is we had to figure out, could this linebacker get to where the throw was going to be before the receiver? So we take this and we say, okay, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So 14 yards wide, 12 yards deep. And now you realize that he's going to have to run 17.7 yards in the time that the wideout runs about 15 yards. And if it throws on time and the play fake, there's no way he can get there. Now, if we go to the screen save, you'll see the diagram as we would give this to a football player and what they would see in their playbook. You see where that linebacker is lined up for Northwestern. He's very tight to the line. That play fake's going to hold him. We rolled to the video, and now you'll see how this works in real time. You see that linebacker, outside linebacker, there's no way he can get under that throw. The ball's thrown on time. You'll see from this end zone shot how tight he is. He's just outside the tight end's shoulder. When the tight end releases, holds him, the play fake holds him, and there you go, out there.
Now you bring up the tight end. That's actually Andrew Corliss, and I was impressed with the route combination. He's able to occupy two defenders. We go to the second play. It's a little bit different route combination with a flat and a curl pattern out at Illinois with Deion Butler, and Anthony Morelli was under center for that play.
Absolutely. Actually, he was in the gun on this one. But when you look at this diagram, we go to the next one. We have to know a couple things. There's two questions. Can our inside receiver get outside of him, the outside receiver, before he hits the 12-yard break? Because he's got to clear this zone for that outside linebacker. So what we do is we look at it and say, okay, let's give him a 9-yard split. We calculate it. He'll run about 11.5 yards to get outside that curl route, which is going to clear it for us. The next thing we want to know is how far is that linebacker going to run? And now by calculating that 10 yards by 7, the square root of 149 is something over 12. So he's got to go a little more than 12 yards, and he's got to play both guys. So we know that he can't handle that. When we go to the screenshot that we have that we give to our football players, you'll see we have a trips formation in the boundary, which forces Illinois to rotate their coverage into the boundary, which gives us a 2-on-1 here with that linebacker. We go to the video, we'll show you how that works. Again, you see the motion gets the secondary from Illinois to come down into the boundary. In our empty set, there's our 2-on-1 outside. We create the 2-on-1, and there's the timing, and there's the throw. Again, you'll see this from the end zone shot, how this works. And you see the minute that the outside motion goes, you see the safety start to adjust. And now we get our 2-on-1, and again, we throw it on time. Nice quick throw, get it out of there, get the first down.
Jay, what was impressive on that play? Derek Williams, you could see drawing the linebacker double team before the pre-snap even took play. So now we're going to go to a game against a very good LSU team. Pay attention to the diagram, folks, and the action. Not necessarily that well-maintained field down at the Capital One Bowl.
Well, one of the things you want to do is you create 2-on-1s. You want to create a 3-on-2. So here we've created a 3-on-2 with a guy going down the seam. And again, we've got to know if this spacing is going to be right. You'll see on the film, we bring our receiver in motion. And one of the things about being in motion, it gives you a rolling start when you come out of your break. So that gives you an extra step or two in your route. He's going to run about 11 yards again. When this guy hits 12, he gets outside of him. The other thing is defenses don't remain static. So here, they're going to bring a blitz off the edge, and now the strong safety is going to come down to play, run, and the flat zone, and now he's got to react, so we have to adjust to that. The last thing you'll see, and we go to the diagram that we have, you'll see the backside safety is also going to rotate over the top, and if he doesn't get over the top, we've got the tight end down the seam. When we go to the video, you'll see that's where we end up. Again, here comes the motion, which gives you a running start. You'll see he's able to clear that curl. Andrew Corliss gets down the seam and makes the catch for a big first down in that game.
I don't know what's prettier, the throw that was delivered right there or actually the field. Now we jump ahead to another Andrew Corliss play against a very good Michigan State team up in East Lansing. It's going to be a wheel route down the sidelines.
Yeah, and what we have here is sometimes you design plays that don't necessarily aren't geometric. What you have is a situation where we know that this coverage, Michigan State like to double up the wideouts. That leaves a linebacker here on this tight end in motion. We brought the tight end in motion a couple times, and he'd come off and block. Now here, a cheap little play fake, because he's got to be responsible for run and pass. And once he sees that play fake and Andrew Corliss stutter steps, he steps up, which leaves him all alone. We'll go to that video, and you'll see it, how it works. Again, here comes Andrew. You'll watch it. Just a cheap fake by Darryl Clark. Just a little stutter step by Andrew Corliss, loses a linebacker, and we're in the end zone. So you'll see the geometry and spacing and all those things are very, very important. And that Pythagorean theorem that you learned in high school that you thought you'd never use again, then you'll never look at football the same way.
It's like the law of perpendicularity, the law of isosceles triangles. I don't even want to get into that. But it's the film room with Coach Jay Paterno. When we come back, it's time for me to sit down and have a chat with the head coach of the Buffalo Bulls, Coach Leopold. Back with the Blue White Tailgate right after this.